Music videos are dead. Let me get into it. Now, of course, that's a pretty crazy statement to put out there to the world. And before I do get into it, I just want to introduce myself for those of you that don't know who I am. I go by the name of Kevin Hudson, and I am a music video director based in London, UK. I've been doing this for about 14 years now, so I feel like I've got some sort of qualification to talk on the topics that I'm about to touch on. Now, this is a bit of a rant, if I'm honest, as well as a bit of food for thought for those of you that are thinking of getting into the music video industry. And of course, it's from a director standpoint, being that I've been doing this for quite some time, and it of course affects me and those creating the music videos the most. And finally, before I do get into my opinions, this is not me saying music videos is fully over and creating them as a career path is done. For as long as music exists, music videos will be used to promote that music, but the way that it's done will definitely change and is already changing. But let's get into my opinions as to why that is. Now, the purpose of a music video is to help promote a song, and the money is spent in the hopes that they'll get a return once the video helps the song blow up or it naturally blows up. However, the labels and artists who are spending this money aren't necessarily seeing the same returns that they used to, so they're cutting back. Now, of course, the music industry as a whole has changed, and from the early days of music videos, there used to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions, spent on music videos. However, that same sort of money isn't being made, so they're not putting that back into their music videos, which of course has a knock-on effect. Now, I get the business side of things, where if something that you're spending huge amounts of money on isn't making the same sort of returns, you're going to try and cut back them expenses. But as a director, that means our budgets get cut, and when those get cut, that means we can't get the relevant skilled crew, we can't put extra thought into our creatives because we have to strip back our ideas to something more affordable, and it just means we can't create the art that we're used to creating. Now, I get you can still be creative without a huge budget, it just takes a little bit of thinking, but there's certain things that creative thoughts just can't get you. So for example, let's say you want to change your location or change your scenery and you want to travel to another country, for example. You can't do that with no budget. Or let's say you want to put visual effects in your video, you're going to have to hit up somebody that can do that. If you can't do it yourself, that's going to cost money if the person's not willing to jump on board to do it for free. And let's just say you want to get a car, like the simplest of things that you see in most music videos. If you don't have access to that car for free or don't know anybody with that car, then you have to rent it and it costs money. So there's certain things that you can't avoid having to spend money on to get your creative vision out there. So yeah, budgets, they're getting tight, man, and there's only so much we can do. Platforms such as TikTok, Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts are offering up labels and artists greater ways of promoting their songs and material without the need for a music video or a huge budget. And what was once being spent on music videos is now being shifted over to this type of content. Now again, I get it from a business standpoint. If you can get more for less, then you're going to go that route. But music videos are going to suffer and have been suffering for a little while now. In the past couple of years, there's been a lot of vertical video that's been released, and it's helping drive the streaming numbers way up without the need for a music video. So when it comes to the time to add extra promo, it just makes sense that they do more vertical video, because a music video that would probably cost them 5, 10, 20 or even £50,000 is not needed, because they're getting that same result from these videos. And I know this not only because I can see it with my own two eyes, but I had a conversation with somebody in marketing at a huge label, and they've explained to me that where an artist might have been given 100k to help with their marketing campaigns, which majority of that would usually be put towards a music video or music videos, a lot of that money is now being put towards social media content. And as time goes on, that person has said to me that that budget is just going to continue to increase and being pushed more towards social media as opposed to the music videos. And if this is the case, and this does happen in the future, we'll be seeing a lot less music videos. And for us directors and everybody that helps create these projects, there'll be a lot less work to go around. Now, I don't have huge facts to back this up, but just based off statistics, I feel this is slightly becoming a thing. And I say that because there's so much content being pushed online. I feel like a lot less people are consuming music videos nowadays. And going back to my fact on statistics, I don't know if you lot can remember the last time a music video came out on YouTube and shot to 1 billion views within like the first 6 to 12 months. Now I know that's a lot of views, but there was a time when the world's biggest artists were hitting this milestone regularly. I also remember a time when fans would demand music videos from their favorite artists for their favorite songs, but I don't see that as often anymore. And maybe I'm just not in the comments as much as I used to, but I definitely remember that being a thing amongst certain songs that are released on YouTube, and the top comment being, "We need a video for this." I don't know if any of you remember seeing that and that era of just demanding music videos, but you tell me, is that still a thing? I don't see that anymore, because there was even times where I'd see those comments, and depending on who I'm working with at the time, I would message them and say, look, these guys want a video, let's get to work. But like I said, I just don't see that happening anymore. There's also a lot of fake views being bought, and the interaction doesn't seem as genuine anymore, but that's a topic for another video. Another wild statement, yes I know, but let me explain. So I feel music videos nowadays are just boring. I don't get as much joy creating them as I used to, and that's just because a lot of the time artists and labels want to play it too safe in the ideas that they choose and pick to run with. And again, a lot of the time it is down to budget. They want to save, they want to cut back, but like I said, creating something unique just takes a bit more time and thought put into it. But a lot of the time the labels and artists are wanting to rush, and us as directors don't get a chance to sit down and really come up with a unique idea that will help those videos stand out. Another thing is, a lot of the music videos are starting to look the same, just with slight tweaks and amendments, but ultimately we're creating the same stuff over and over. And with that in mind, a lot of the artists and labels again are just going to go to whoever can do the job the cheapest, because what is there different that they're buying into? Now this isn't a new problem, because even when I first started, I would always get the comments like, can you do a video like this person? Can you do a video like that person? So people want to try and imitate what has been successful for other people, but we need to now more than ever just switch it up and do unique stuff that are distinctive to ourselves and distinctive to the artists that we're working with. Like, we can't continue to do the same stuff. It gets boring, people don't want to watch them, and ultimately, like I said, labels are just going to go to whoever can do the job the cheapest. On average, I would say music videos take me around 30 to 40 dedicated hours to complete, and that involves planning, shooting and editing. Now with everything that I've mentioned in regards to budgets dropping, less people watching and social media taking over, I feel like all this effort that I'm putting in is not quite giving me what I need back, whether it's in regards to monetary value, recognition or general satisfaction. I myself, and I feel like I can speak for a lot of music video directors when I say we're finding a lot less joys in creating these projects and are looking for ways out. A lot of the directors from back in the day, such as Hype Williams, could have 15 to 20 plus years within the industry, and that's because a lot of the issues that I've highlighted were not issues back then, which of course allowed for longevity within the scene. However, I can't see myself lasting another 5, let alone 10 years within this, and the next set of talented directors that do come through are probably going to spend a lot less time within the music video industry. But anyway, that's my slight little rant over, and if you're feeling the same way that I've been feeling for the past couple years, then I want to hear about it in the comments below, as I want this to be a topic for discussion, and I want to know what you guys are going through or what you're thinking about this whole scene and where it's heading to. So yeah, leave your comments below. Like I said, I don't see myself lasting much longer within this, and I'm kind of half foot in, half foot out at the moment, but I'm definitely looking to move on to different things, as yeah, music videos are just not it at the moment, and I don't see much things changing in the future. But like I said, let's talk about it below, and I'll see you soon.